All right, folks, now the show keeps rolling, and here we're going to take a look at Puzzle Agent 2, courtesy of Jonathan Segro from Telltale. Jonathan,
hey, nice
thanks a lot for dropping by.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so for everybody out there who might not be familiar with the Puzzle Agent series, can you describe what this franchise is all about?
Yeah, so this game that's just released today is Puzzle Agent 2. It's the sequel to the award-winning iPhone PC game from last year. It's about an FBI agent who, here we take a look at it. It's about an FBI agent who works in the puzzle division. And in the first game, he's got a case where the erasers go missing from the main manufacturer in Scoggins, Minnesota. So they has to go back to Scoggins and figure out what's going on. But when he gets to Scoggins, he finds out there's more than just erasers going on there. There's a big mystery with the hidden people, which are these red, scary gnomes. So the game overall is it's a puzzle game and adventure game, sort of hybrid. So we take a look here. We just solved one of the little mini game puzzles that's in it, and now you have to click around and figure out what to do. What Tether's is trying to do is find the files, the missing persons files, to figure out where all the people Scoggins have been disappearing to. So this is one of the standard type of minigame puzzles we have. You have to try to get from one point to another and block the light so you can't be seen. So you're trying to sneak through the sheriff's office here. The sheriff is really, he's been a thorn in Tether's side ever since the first game. He's very passive-aggressive and never wants to help him do anything. So whenever you complete a puzzle, it has to get approved, and you see if you did a good job or not. If you have any problems, there's hints where you collect gum for hints, but the town is completely out of gum. So you have to find it like on walls, underneath desks, and crap like that. So you just grab used pieces of gum and
Hello, Agent Tethers.
Cripes! Sheriff Bob! How long have you been standing?
Randall Scruffman told me you might be paying my office a visit.
So the art style of this game is based off of
it's just
Grant
I really
Annabelle's
needed to
comic
see
books,
how bad
Grickle.
this missing person problem
It's a series he's been doing for many years.
Everything I
So
got
Graham
about missing
developed this
people
art
is in
style
one
and
file.
the story behind
thanks.
it.
It's definitely a very distinct art style.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to make. So on the PC, we're playing PC right now, and you just click around. If you're playing on iPad or iPhone, you just click with your finger.
Okay.
There are no dates.
What's in the files is
So
everything
this
I
being,
got,
the second game in the series, what sort of lessons and fan feedback did you gather from the original Puzzle Agent?
The main thing was people weren't really happy with how the first game ended because
Oh, really?
they weren't sure. Because when we did this game, it was part of our pilot program where we were just trying out this license and seeing if people liked it or not. So the way it ended was kind of abrupt because Nelson theoretically solved the case. He found Isaac Davner, who was the foreman at the eraser factory, but the gnomes, the hidden people, quickly took him away. And then Nelson's boss was like, "Hey, good job!" And you're like, "What? What? I didn't really do anything." So Nelson was really bothered by that. So in the beginning of the game, he's reviewing his case files, and he's kind of upset about that Isaac wasn't really found. The hidden people took him, and he really wants to go back to Scoggins and figure out what the hell happened. So he does it on his own time. He takes vacation, goes back, and hopefully has some success in this episode.
Now, has there been anything? Would you say the puzzle design is different from the first one?
The puzzles are the same vein of the first one.
Yeah.
We spruced them up a little bit more. We have a few more puzzle types. Overall, it should be
Maybe?
more interesting.
But
Otherwise, it's still like Professor Layton style.
Yeah.
Is she
Go
missing
around,
too?
do a puzzle.
Missing? Nah, I can't say anyone would miss her. He lives in the old Teeterson house over on the west side of town, near Valda's Inn.
It's a lot different from our usual
But I
style of
better
games.
find out what she
We usually do
knows about
traditional
all
adventure
these
games, like
disappearances.
we just finished Back to the Future
Mm-hmm.
and Sam and Max, Wallace and Gromit, Strong Bad. This is more casual user.
Right.
It works really well on the iPad and looks great too.
Now, I apologize to our viewers. We've got some slight technical problems with this laptop I've got on the desk here, so I can't actually take a look at any of the reader questions that we've got coming here. So if you guys have any burning questions, I do apologize for that. We'll see if Frank knows Ryan's password to log on.
It's probably a password.
Yeah, the password, generally, the password is password.
She's the only lead I've got.
We'll do our best to get this working
According
again.
to the sheriff's description, she sounds like a recluse. Probably
So in the
town's
meantime,
resident gossipy
oh, here we go. We've got questions coming in now. All right. Let's take a look.
Good evening, Agent
So Nelson
Heathers.
isn't.
I see
He's.
you found my note.
This is Malcorca, who turns into a femme fatale love interest type.
Come inside.
He went over to her
See
place
this.
because she had slipped a note under his hotel room door earlier in the game, and now he's kind of stricken by her, because she's a huge puzzle fan too, as he says right there.
Nice.
And my friends call me Koshka.
Thribs
I
is
will be
wondering
your friend, Agent Heathers.
about differences in platforms. You obviously mentioned the input is going to be different
Can I get
across
you a
platforms,
drink
but
or
the game itself, is it more or less the same?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. We're on
Just the
PC,
facts,
Mac,
ma'am.
iPhone, iPad today. We'll probably be on PSN at some point. But yeah, on the PC you just click around with a mouse. iPhone you click around with your finger. Otherwise the game looks the same. It
And they're all for
plays the
two
same.
players only.
All right. Lim AK is wondering the length of this game. How would you say it compares with the original?
It's fun for
I don't
the,
remember where the original ended up. I know this one's around 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
There's a lot of new environments in here. Like people always worry that we just reuse all the same environments, but there's a lot of new stuff in here, a lot of new
84
characters.
dragons, they said.
I think the gameplay ends up being longer in this game.
I thought it was kind of.
Pretty sure the download size is bigger.
You mentioned a note. Are you the one who slipped a note with a puzzle under my door?
Forgive the theatrics.
So you
Agent
mentioned
Heathers.
difficulty-wise, you guys are sort of going for casual audience with this one. So I imagine the puzzle design probably isn't going to be too punishing.
Some of the puzzles can get tricky, but there's plenty of gum around the world to help you out if you have any trouble. If you do get through the entire game without using any gum, like perfect score, then you might be treated to something special at the end.
Business partner?
But
8 years
you should be able to get through it without having to resort to the internet.
Never came back.
And if you do get stumped, there's always our
What
sister
does this
site,
mean?
GameFAQs.com.
Isaac Dowd does not
I know I've certainly gone there for plenty of
Finally, you're asking
puzzle
me
games in my lifetime.
questions.
So obviously, this being a puzzle game, we don't want to spoil the answers for everybody, Jonathan. So we'll go ahead and leave it right here. But we appreciate you coming by and showing off Puzzle Agent 2.
Yeah, no
right.
problem.
Thanks a lot.
Yep,
I
thanks.
apologize if you mentioned this earlier, but can you let everybody know when? Actually, you did. It's out
I think I
today,
said it twice
right?
already. Yep, out today. PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone. Buy it.
Buy it. All right, there you go. All right. Thanks a lot for showing us the game.
Yep.